Hello everyone. In our last video, we have discussed about one sample t-test, independent sample t-test. In today's video, we will discuss the leftover part of comparing mean, that is paired sample t-test or dependent sample t-test, and one way ANOVA. So without losing much time, let us start with the paired sample t-test. In paired sample t-test, as I have already mentioned, that there is a pre-test and we perform certain treatment on the respondent in the form of certain classes or certain nutrition and so on and so forth, and after a period of time we will conduct the test again and we check whether there is a significant improvement in their knowledge score or not. So for paired sample t-test or dependent sample t-test, we have data with us is there are 20 respondent on which pre-module test has been conducted, and these are the scores 18, 21, 16, 22, 19 and so on and so forth. After 1 or 2 month training, their post-module scores are recorded also, that is 22, 25 and so on and so forth. So you will see there is a 1-to-1 pairing, means this is the respondent whose test in pre-module was conducted and his score was 18. The same respondent also appeared in post-module after getting the training and his score was 22. So pre and post, there is a complete pairing between pre and post. So we will select this data for paired sample t-test and copy it, then OP-stat, go to comparing means, paste your data here. There are three variables. First one is our serial number, so SRNO, then pre, this is post. You submit this data, then select the number of variables. Here in this case we have only three variables and observation per variable is say 20. Then dependent variable position numbers is your variable number 2 and variable number 3. So we will write 2 and 3 by putting one space between these two variables. There is no need of grouping variable, there is no need of test value, but one thing you should keep in mind for paired sample t-test is you have to make the pairing between variables. Since we want to compare pre and post, so here you have to mention the pairing of the variables, that is 2 paired with 3. If we have one more variable, then you can make all possible pair, 2 with 3, 2 with 4, 3 with 4. So 3 pairing is possible. If one more is there, in this way you can find out all the pairing. Pairing can be done and put in this by just putting enter after each pairing. Then select paired sample t-test and press analyze button. So you will see the output. In paired sample t-test, the sample statistics you will get, pair member is pre and post, number of observation is 20 in both cases because same number of respondent appeared for the post test also. So the mean in pre-test is 18.40 and mean after giving a training was 20.45. Now my research question is whether this difference is significant or not, or you can say whether the impact of the training is there or not. So in null hypothesis we assume that there is no impact of the training and we try to reject that null hypothesis. So the pair member is pre-post, n is 20, correlation between these pairing is this and their significance is this. You compute these pair sample correlations. Then paired sample t-test, this is the mean difference between these two samples and this is the standard deviation. We compute the t value. It is of course negative, but we will take the absolute value and we will find out its p value. It comes out to be equal to 0.0014. It means it's significant. There are so many evidence to reject the null hypothesis. Do not reject the, our null hypothesis was there is no impact of the training. So we will reject the null hypothesis, and our conclusion is, of course, since we will get this significant P, so there is a impact of training. So by this test you can find out whether there is a impact of training, whether there is a impact of diet for improving the nutrition level of say small kids, and so on and so forth. So this is the third test which we will discuss, and now our last objective in this module is one-way ANOVA. As I have already said that one-way ANOVA is actually extension of independent sample t-test. Suppose in independent sample t-test we have two groups and we want to compare the mean of these two groups. Suppose we have three groups, then of course we can compare these groups with the help of independent sample t-test by comparing 1 with 2, 1 with 3 or 2 with 3. If we have four groups, then again we have to perform 6 t-tests, independent sample t-tests. 1 with 2, 1 with 3, 1 with 4, 3, then 2 with 3, 2 with 4, 2, 3 and 2, 5, then 3 with 4. So 6 independent sample t-tests can be performed in order to check whether their group mean differ significantly or not. So when the number of groups increases, then the number of t-tests, independent sample t-tests also increase. So it is very difficult if we have 10 groups. So under such situation, R.A. Fisher gave a technique known as analysis of variance. The analysis of variance is a technique in which the total variation is divided into meaningful components. The meaningful component may be between groups variation and within group variation. Now from between group variation and within group variation, we can find out a F test that will tell us whether the between group variation is significant or not. If we found between group variation significant, then our next target is which pair differ significantly. So all these questions will be addressed in one-way ANOVA. So for analyzing the data or for performing one-way ANOVA, the data set we need is again our school children data, in which my research question is there any significant difference between various scores of reading, writing, mathematics, science and social study according to their races? Since we have more than 2 groups in races, we have say 3 groups in race, 4 groups in races and 3 groups in socio-economic status. So I want to compare the mean of these abilities on the basis of their races and on the basis of their socio-economic status. So I just copy this data as usual for 200 students and paste it in the interface provided here. Similarly, I can give the name of this variable: gender, race, socio-economic status, school type, and one more, sorry. So these are the variable. I just copy it and paste in characters name text box and then submit. Now same question you have to ask. We have 10 variables. Out of these 10 variables, we have 200 observations per variable. Our target variables are 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now our grouping variable again come into the picture, as in case of independent sample t-test. Now we are performing the analysis of variance on the basis of their races, or on the basis of their socio-economic status, or on the basis of the program they opt for. They opt for journal, academic or vocational. Whether there is a significant difference between these groups. So, I will give you the grouping variable number position. So, in first case, my second variable, that is, I want to perform the analysis of variance on the basis of various groups formed by the various races and use one-way ANOVA and analyze. So, in analysis part, you will see, now this is descriptive statistics. Here group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, their numbers. How many person belongs to group 1, that is 24, 11 belongs to second group, 20 belongs to third group and 145 belongs to fourth. Now my question is, these are the mean of these groups. This is group 1, this is group 2, this is group 3 and this is group 4. Now my question is whether these means differ significantly or not. Under null hypothesis, I will assume that all the means are equal and I try to reject that null hypothesis. Similarly for second character, third character, fourth character and fifth character. So objective is this mean is equal to this mean is equal to this mean is equal to this mean. Initially I assume that all the means are equal. And in order to test whether there is a significant difference between means or not, we will perform F test. This is F test. This is analysis of variance for reading score. So as I have already mentioned that the total variation, which is 19.42, this variation is divided into two groups, between groups and within groups. Within groups is termed as error terms and between groups is, this is due to the actually due to their races. And we will find out mean square. Actually these are the variance. The sum of square divided by total number of degrees of freedom, so it becomes the sample variance. It is also sample variance. So it is error variance and it is variance due to between groups, and then we will find out, if we take the ratio of these two, we will get the F value. Now this F value, this is the P value for this F, which is less than 0.01 as well as 0.05. So you can say that at least one pair among all the four groups, the pair may be 1 2 1 3 1 4 2 3 2 4 3 4, means 6 pairs are there. So among 6 pairs, at least one pair, their means differ significantly. In order to find out which pair differ significantly, I have to perform various LSD comparison, least significant difference. For that, the module provide a table in which the under reading score, 1 is compared with 2, 1 is compared with 3, 1 is compared with 4, and their differences are obtained, and their standard error is also obtained. This is the estimate, this is the standard error, and we will find out its significance. The mean whose significance level is less than 0.01 or 0.05 according to your level of significance, you declare that pair significant, and the software also put a star on this pair. So group 1 and 4, they found to be significant. Similarly 4 and 3 is found to be significant. So all the differences with star, single star or double star, they found to be significant. So a very simple interpretation is there. So in this test or in this one-way ANOVA, we can perform as many character as you wish. if you perform, let me check, I am forgotten, you can put the grouping variable many also. For example, fourth one, the fifth one is again your grouping variable. Then let me check. No, only one variable is required. So you need not to write another variable here. If you want to find out for variable number 5, then you supply here after deleting first one. Then analyze it and you will get the analysis. So grouping variable you can supply only once, and their target variables are written here in a single row. So I think things are clear, and we will meet in next video, which is the correlation analysis. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot.